Hi there, everybody on YouTube. Welcome to my match against Tracers, my last match of the season. I have to win about 3 games or so to be guaranteed to make it in the championship. And then anything more is bonus, anything less is sad times. There's draw and trashing and gaining and stuff here, so I suppose you'll build up. There's not a lot of Vault VP. There's a little bit from Basilica, though. It's a bit, I guess I can start with a monastery gain for Basilica. Or I could start with a scouting party monastery, I guess. I'm not really sure which of those two is better. I'm gonna try the monastery one or the Basilica one. I'm not quite certain if I want Lookout or like Smugglers. I mean, it depends on what he opens. Monastery Lookout opening is not like the most amazing opening for reasons. Like it might be difficult to gain something on the turn you have the monastery. So that's an issue. He goes with the Lookout on, he had the 3. So I think that's probably a little worse. So like here I can either get a second monastery and trash. I mean, that's not what I'm going to do. What I'm actually going to do is scouting party, buy copper, and trash it, stay from my hand. But anyway. And then this will be a charm. He gets a Smugglers. I mean, I think a Smugglers is, you know, perfectly good. Quite good, one would expect. Okay. Trying to decide if I want to do the charm or not. I guess probably. Or not the one, I don't know what I'm saying. I mean, I can, I guess that's required. So I've killed my estates. I'm probably gonna go with what I might do here is just take the, well, I'll have to see what he does. it'll matter a little bit what he's doing as far as what I end up going with. Whoops. He buys a monastery, okay. I can see his smugglers in the discard. So that's makes it very different. I wonder, huh? Okay. Well, interesting. I can see a smuggler. So I was thinking I might do village smugglers here. Or I can, of course, just do like lab or a second charm or something. Or I could even scouting party smugglers. I don't have to have the village this instant. Because the next 4 cards are not spectacular. Scouting party does add quite a bit of options. I'm gonna go with getting the 5 now since he doesn't have the smugglers. And I think I want it to be a second charm. And here I will go with the Smuggler's Village style thing, I think. So my charm missed. That's life. I assume he'll get a village, but he might get a smuggler's. I mean, it doesn't really matter. He may have enough money to get the other one, so. It's not clear to me anyway. So he goes with the second smugglers. I think that's reasonable. This will probably just be a silver for me. I do need some. Well, I don't really need the monastery particularly anymore. I guess I could rebuy the monastery. It would be good to end the coppers completely. I do need to get like a lab. I don't know if I should have scouting partied it over the Basilica. That's not. I don't know how to judge that. That maybe was quite bad. That was not a very exciting turn. I feel like I do need to just bite the bullet and take the lab now. It's not great because he will certainly smuggle it. But that's life. I don't know that I can afford to play this. Look out. Well, what's the last card? I had this 2 charms, and maybe the last card is a copper. Do I have a silver? No, it's the village. The last card's the village. So we'll just go with this. It's a pretty funny game. He's probably getting, well, he is getting another lab. And I'm unfortunately only getting one, most likely. Off the smuggling anyway. He's also going to be finished cleaning here. So he's looking pretty good for this game. It would be difficult to say that I have any real advantages, because I'm going to have to take labs if I can. And that just means he'll get more, basically. Like, he'll finish the labs off on his turn. There may be some draws where he doesn't get through it, but it's not very likely. And he got his estate there. And I, of course, get no smugglers this time. But, I knew that was going to happen. I didn't really have a alternative, I don't think. I could have gotten... Well, I was going to smuggle one, right? No matter what, so... It wasn't very... There wasn't a whole lot of other play to make in there. So I guess we split them like 3-7, maybe 4-6. I'm not sure. And then it's hard for me to add things. Because it's just, he's just gonna he's just gonna smuggle them and have a nice deck. I got a 6-point lead though. How about that? Which isn't the worst thing, since I could probably take 3 monasteries, 2 of them for Basilica points. I don't know if that's really good, but depending on what he gains, I may have a reasonably good play to make here. Not sure. We'll have to see. He gets a charm. He gets not a charm. He gets a Sacred Grove. Okay. So I don't think I can draw and play that thing, unfortunately. Never mind, I can. I may have a, if not a finish, a semi, well, not a finish, definitely not a finish, but definitely something interesting. This isn't, I guess it's whether I want to keep the copper or not. I'm up to 5 gains. So I can have 9, 11, 13. I don't know if this will do exactly what I want. Ow. 1, 2, that's 6 and 6. Okay. He might be able to just outscore that and end it. I'm not, like, sure. I probably didn't need to go solo on the monasteries. Well, those were nice for me. Basilica may have just rescued me. Certainly his boons were quite good for me. Not that we're there yet. Actually, we are there, so that's great. I didn't go minimum click there. Hooray for Basilica. I don't know how that quite played out. I think it's sacred. Well, if any of the 5s he gained there, the charm was going to let me do a similar thing, I think. Though I might have been a little short on money for it. The charm would have left me a little short on money, whereas the Sacred Grove definitely did not. This is going to be a real piece of work to play. This is credit hand. This is of course sad, but whatever. He goes with the treasure trove, that's interesting. I'm not sure on the old treasure trove. Seaway Village. I wonder if a crypt will ever be. I'm gonna try a crypt. It may not pan out, but so is a 4 silver or a 3 silver? This is gonna be a real mess. That's a really bad crit. Hey, it got me a province though. That's something. My Mountebank missed. I do get the block, which is nice. This has got to be just you buy whatever green you can. I'm getting good blocks. He gets a block in. Here's a province. That's gonna potentially seal it. This is a good crypt. I don't know that it's good enough to matter, but certainly not if he gets province again, it won't. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna need both the provinces, so. We'll just see if he has it or not. I almost got him. The hitting 7 on that last one. So here I guess you open raise ironworks, because you got to get these islands going. The points are pretty good. I mean, you could open silver ironworks as well. I don't know how well this will go. I mean, I'm thinking of doing a rush, but like if they get half the islands, is it really a rush? Or is it really worth messing around with? Because he's going to take the islands a lot too, of course. So then you might need to buy a province or harems or something at some point. I'm not really sure. I'm not in love with these draws though. I guess he is. No, he didn't have anything miss. Hitting stables there is nice. Hopefully he doesn't have the stables in hand. I did win that split, so that's okay. Won the battlefield part of it, I mean. He is winning the have a deck that doesn't suck so much part of it. Okay, I can live with this. I think I can live with that. Oops. So we're clean, or I don't know if we're mean or not. Maybe not mean. I need to get a couple coppers, or just a silver actually is fine. I can kill a copper if I self-trash or raise here. So I'm going to do that. If I had a whole lot more draw, I could think about figuring out how to make a win or something, but I don't think this can fail. I don't know on these hands where there's a lot of good stuff. You can just take the province, I guess. Though I could like easy dud on the next hand. I'm not likely to fail here. Though it's not clear that I'll like gain any improvement. There are some draws where I could fail, but also the improvement would mostly be drawing past the provinces. Potentially. I mean, it's very, very unlikely to fail if I play the stables. On the other hand, it's not awful to have the silvers in this part of the deck, or the hand. This will probably draw me a little bit. He does just have to take the province if he has it. Which I assume he will. Well, yeah, he's got the whole deck, so. Okay. Like, I have to find... stables, right? But I also probably have to find... Like if I if I raise an ironworks here, and I do find a stable, say, my stable's discard has to draw 3 copper or 3 silvers. Which is possible, because I do have 3 silver equivalents, but it depends on what the ironworks reveals. On the other hand, if I just raise the raise, and I find a stables on the bottom, or after the shuffle, then I don't have to, yeah, that's not even much better. Okay then. Maybe he has a cruddy hand. He does not. No, he does. The nice thing about losing ironworks, I guess, is that the ironworks wasn't so bad because it was like a copper equivalent. Not great, but not the worst thing. Maybe the duchy buy made no sense. For some reason I was thinking that duchy buy like made some sense, but it probably didn't. I mean, if he fails to gain the card like multiple times, then it will, but that's not going to happen. He buys the stables. Yeah, I don't know why I bought that duchy, but I got lucky. So the duchy was stupid, I think, because even if he had bought a duchy, I still would have won with province. So not smart. We got nice black market stuff. I'm gonna open amulet black. Well, I guess you could do a plan. I'm not great with plan. You could open plan amulet even. Which is what he does. I think that's reasonable. You have to start buying heralds kind of soon then. I'm actually just going to take the vampire here. Playing this a little bit oddly, maybe. That might be a generous way of putting it. Badly might be better. What's bandit for it too? Okay. He gets minion, which is nice. Never mind. Gets nothing. Those all suck. Those all suck pretty bad. The gear's okay, but the other two really suck. I could do some things, but I'm not going to. Ow. Gain a copper onto my deck. How cruel. Oh, do I want any of these? All of them could be quite nice. Swindler's big advantage is that it's cheap. We're getting cleaned up. We're getting somewhere, sort of. That sucks. That's like the worst swindler hit. Heyo, what do you say? This is why I played This is why I played the swindler first. Was just for this potentiality. Potentiality. Yeah, I still got plenty of coppers to trash to bats. This is a pretty cruddy hand. I'm just gonna play the swindler, I think, and buy Herald. I like the idea of attacking him here. Those are all a little right. I mean, the embassy's not, but the diplomat's pretty good. The hunting party's okay. He gets another black market. Oh, I can even buy a city. Okay. I don't know what's better, heralds or cities, to be perfectly honest. Like, a lot of heralds is good, of course. Man. That's a bummer. I'm thinking of going for the heavy heralds. If we empty something, though, then of course you'll want the heavy cities. And we can split the difference to some degree. The curses are really cruddy. Militia's okay. Grave Robber's actually pretty good as a swindler defense. Top deck's 2 coppers. He doesn't have that many coppers. The city quarter is really good. Doesn't help me this turn at all. I don't know if I want a silver or not. I can get it next turn. This turn I really need to play the King's Court on payload. The wharf, of course, is nice. Or at least it would be best anyway to play the King's Court on payload. If I can't, I can't, you know. But oof, that's really nice, the bridge. Hopefully can't draw it. I don't know if I want a silver. I know I keep saying that. Okay. Oh, he has a diplomat. That's pretty good. Those are no good. Not particularly, anyway. Like, I can maybe make the forager work. But it's not easy necessarily. That's a really good war for me. He doesn't have a black market because I hit both of them, which was super crazy. He does have buys, so it's not like the worst thing ever. I always get super confused about which thing is which. Somehow those heralds hit nothing. This is actually a really rotten turn. Well, we'll see what I hit. Not that rotten. I really shouldn't complain at all. My turns have been sort of significantly better than his. As far as lucky things, I should have no place to talk. I would love to get the Haunted Woods, but this is okay too. He should have got that grave robber, I think, over the militia, just in terms of defense against stuff. The border village is good. I mean, well, the envoy is probably a little better, actually. Watchtower might be nice. Those don't make a huge difference. They're fine. Like, the upgrade's good. It's nice. I did know that would happen eventually, but I don't especially need the amulets. Okay. I would think I've had much better hexes too. I do need to maybe look at points. None of those are that great. They're all fine. It's like the rule, like everything will be fine, but nothing will be great. I don't know if we shuffled the black market deck. There's a throne room, so in theory I should actually try for the throne room before kinging this thing, but in practice I just don't care that much. It would have been sort of nice to... I'm not sure I can really do the vampire much anymore. Maybe we can, but... I wouldn't mind a mint if I had a platinum. But... yeah, I don't think he was gonna come back from that. I had... Well, my first swindlers were quite bad, but then they, of course, eventually were gonna be just brutal, and they did get there. And it didn't really take that long, so I was just whining for no reason, basically. That was my third win, so I will be in the championship match, I think, guaranteed at this point. Another Mountebank, another nothing to do but curse. I really don't see anything tricky you can do here. I mean, I guess if you want to be the guy, you can try and do pirate ship. But I'm not seeing it. I did hit 2 5s, which is great. You could think about not doubling. We'll see how buddy my Mountebanks are this time. We both hit. We both hit the thing. He did not have a collision. So he took another Mountebank before the Mystic, which is fine. He may double me here. Yep. Expand is not bad here. Idle may give you better advantages than Mystic, I'm not really sure. For the most part, I'm not seeing it. These decks are going to be super awful. Of course, he didn't have any Mountebanks there. I'm not sure when you just buy duchies because, like, you just got to. Probably not yet. But it wouldn't surprise me. I'm not sure that, like, the border villages plus whatever were always better than gold necessarily. I haven't hit 6 since those, but these are hard to. I mean, if he empties the Mountebanks, where are all my Mystics? Did they just like all miss the shuffle? Pretty much. That's maybe a nice idol. I don't know what he drew. If he does get the last Mountebank, then he can just buy duchies. Potentially. Look at that. Look at that. Well. And to bring me to the end of the clean shuffle, what a Mystic. Alright. At least we do have lots of coppers, so they're pretty good at they're pretty good at drawing coppers, I guess. I do expect to lose this one. He seems to be a bit ahead of me. That's not gonna help. Probably never get to play the duplicate. This province is sure not going to help. That's a nice son's gift. Okay, he didn't province, but I have to like buy the duchies, although once they run I just lose. Because he'll just buy a Mountebank. Sort of the scale of the game is such that I can't really escape this inevitable death. I don't have that many silvers, right? Oh, that's funny. Well, now the border villages don't matter. That's really funny, actually. It wouldn't have, I mean, like, for real, it would not have made a difference, but I'm surprised he didn't take the border village there, not that it especially matters. I mean, I guess he could fail to hit 5, it's not really likely. Even if I'd gotten the province, it wouldn't have changed the outcome, but it would have been a really cool wish, though. Somebody has a name. I won't say what I think of the name. Alright, one more. Alright, this is sort of a tough one. Which is maybe a euphemistic way. It's kind of to be a little slow to play, I think. Wall is going to work against you here, but you do need to build up a little bit. I mean, I enjoyed our Mountebank games. So I don't care if I lost them. They were funny. Let's see. I'm gonna do a lone opening. I guess the question is whether. Well, there are a number of things I suppose you could pair it with. Watchtower, Enchantress, or Blessed Village, or Horse Traders even would all be reasonable kinds of things to buy with the loan. I'm gonna follow. I think I do like it because the Horse Traders gives you a shot at ball, and that's nice. Hopefully we don't flip the Horse Traders, or if we do, we flip the estate as well, I guess. So he gets the ball. He's having a ball, as they say. They don't say that. Okay, this is all fine. I mean, I guess best possible flip for me. His loan missed, so that's nice. I'm thinking double blessed actually. I will receive that next turn. I have to think if I want the Watchtower now or if I just want two blesseds. I will also take that. Next turn. I decided I wanted a little better shot at lone hitting, I guess. Something like that, I'm not sure. Okay, probably want another Enchantress. My Enchantress here may get blocked, which would actually be okay if it let me find the loan. Since it didn't let me find the loan, I'm gonna put it down for not okay. This wouldn't let me play the loan, otherwise I would do it. Can rest pretty well assured that I'm going to find the Then I'm going to find the silver with this loan. That's more or less a given. Hey, I didn't. That's what you do. You gotta sort of mentally prepare yourself to complain about something before it even happens. That wisp is not going to hit very much, I don't think, for him. Well, it does look like he probably got to ball again here. Look at that, double lone power. Probably another village. It's not a big deal if you don't, obviously the village split here is completely unimportant. The blessed villages are just nice because of how cool they are. This was not good. I will take that next turn. He's looking in pretty good shape. I think eventually he will get pretty much all the copper trashed out. Because he can control some of that with horse traders. Or most of it trashed out anyway. I'm not 100% on the old okay. I'm going to draw a lot of cards. And if I find a watchtower, I might be relatively happy. There go the piles. Okay. Well. How does this work here? This could be really bad, I think. We're gonna have to rescue ourselves in some fashion, I think. You know what those farming villages are gonna do? They're gonna skip right by one of these estates in a heroic fashion. That's just for fun. They may not actually do what I'm describing because they'll probably be pigified. I probably should have gone with triple farming village to actually get, or hamlet or something. Yeah, I'll do that. Sure, why not? I do need to kind of just start scoring now, I think. There is a limit to what you can build here. We'll just see. We may not find another village, in which case we don't get to do cool things, but we do, so we do. I hope I keep just like doing the same horrifyingly bad shuffles every turn. That's my dream for myself. I don't really know what's left. If I keep balling, what is there for me in life? I'm hoping there's a copper left in the end. Hey, there was. That's neat. I don't know how this is gonna... My deck is maybe a little better than his, but not hugely. If it can be said to be better at all. Like, he'll be able to province here. He has a silver. He'll find his second horse traders. You just kind of hope I have enough maybe extra stuff that I don't, or just get lucky. That's also a reasonably good option, of course. Let's just cantrip the first watchtower. We've got plenty more where that came from. Okay, I didn't quite parse all of that correctly, so I'm not really sure what I was thinking. I lost track of my actions, basically. I should have played this watchtower for just a card, I guess. I wasn't really paying attention. I could have whiffed on province, is what could have happened. Quite easily. He may ball here. I'm very likely to whiff on whatever things here. I don't have anything down. So sort of the more, well, not particularly. I was going to say something, but I don't think it's in any way true. So you didn't get to top deck them. If he plays the Enchantress, I'll probably have to, well, I'll see what the Horse Trader draws me, but I may have to pig the Horse Traders. We'll just have to see. Looks like a province turn for him. Every turn, of course, is a bit of a mystery as to what you'll end up with in the end. I mean, this turn he'll get one, but I mean, what will happen the next turn? Who knows? Who knows? I was kind of hoping he would help me in this effort to get the coppers ran out, but so far he hasn't. Maybe he just hasn't had the opportunity. Yeah, if you get down to just loans, then you can flip the green, which is good. I don't especially care about I guess still the conservative thing would be to pig something besides what I just picked, but not great draws. This is gonna find, I don't know, found the cell. I don't know if I'm willing to take a Hamlet or not. Probably I am. So this is looking a little grim. I didn't really care about getting to 7. It was basically 8 or nothing. I mean, I wasn't going to buy a duchy, I don't think. So there was a point where my deck was maybe a little nicer than his, but now that point has passed. So we're just going to see how these ending shuffles go. Okay. This I can work with. Okay. I mean, I can try and draw on, but that would be silly. That's sad. That's double sad. Okay, so this is another province turn for him. That'll pretty much seal it. You can't catch up with duchies on a wall board. He had to miss twice for me to even have a shot. So gonna be another tie with Tracer this season. Looks like the championship match is gonna be competitive one way or the other. Unless Marcus really blows Tracer out of the water, but that's pretty much the only way. Okay, so I would like to get the shuffle done first before I do this. I don't think I really will need the Hamlet stuff at this point. Seems pretty unlikely. Other than for my lifelong goal of emptying the coppers. See, the hard problem is this. I need to get to 9 or 10. I need to get to 10. Okay, I'm at 10. I don't know what my last card is. Well, I have to play all these anyway, so. It was the horse trainers, of course. So it wasn't especially important. Touchies are so bad in wall games. This is a nice opening hand. The problem is he's going to be able to duchy at the very least. And in this case, he's just going to be able to province because he already has the Horse Trader's Watchtower thing and a second Watchtower and plenty of action so far. So one has to assume that he has 2 Watchtowers, so that's going to make it for sure. Probably just has it in hand. He's doing the kind thing. I wonder if this silver is bottom deck. That would be kind of funny. Alright, so he gets the last one. So we went 3-0. As usual, a pleasure to play a match that only takes an hour and a half. Thank you all for watching and listening. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you later.